Hi, I'm Tyler,
And I'm Rithin.
and today we're talking about cars. Starting off strong, what's your favorite car?
See, I don't think that's a good question. I think we should do by categories, alright?
Alright.
Alright, so we came up with the categories. We got supercar, hypercar, truck, off-road, rally, luxury, and classic cars. Now, let's get into it.
Starting off with our supercar category. My personal favorite is the Ferrari 812 Superfast. This monster of a car has a 6.5 liter naturally aspirated V12 engine with 789 horsepower and 530 pound-feet of torque.
Dang. See, that's actually crazy because my Lamborghini Aventador SVJ also has a 6.5 liter V12 that puts out 770 horsepower. This car looks amazing, sounds amazing, even though it's as much as my house, it's amazing. Next up, we got the hypercar division. I personally got the Koenigsegg Jesko with a top speed of 330 miles per hour, which is absolutely wild. This car not only has top speed, but also acceleration, with an acceleration from 0 to 60 in under 2.6 seconds.
That sounds like a super awesome car. Sounds super quick. 330 is insane.
It is.
My personal favorite for the hypercar category is the Hennessy Venom F5. The Hennessy Venom F5 is an amazing looking car with perfect body lines and a really nice sounding engine. This Hennessy Venom F5 can do 0 to 60 in about 2.5 seconds and has a top speed of an insane 311 miles an hour.
That is wild, because the Koenigsegg Jesko actually came out recently, but the Hennessy Venom's been out for a while.
Now, for my personal favorite category, we have the truck category. I'm gonna start off with our 1993 Ford F-150 Lightning. This was a really nice car for its time. Came out in only a few colors, and it is a square body. This truck, while it may look like a normal farm truck, has a supercharger from the factory, which is where it gets its Lightning name, and it's an overall great truck that I would love to have.
I think I would too. That seems pretty cool, having a truck that powerful. It's like a sleeper build. To me personally, I'm going with the 1985 Toyota Tacoma pickup. Now this may look like a basic truck, not mass appealing, but this is the truck I would love to go out for a weekend camping in. And it's just a basic, only 200 horsepower, but it's mainly the design and the simplicity. These days we have all these giant trucks. I'm a fan of small trucks, and this is the one I really liked.
I do agree with you. I do prefer some small trucks. There are a few big trucks that I would like, but yeah, small trucks are definitely the way to go.
It's like practical, Switching locations and topics, we got the off-road section now. And I got the Hummer H1, a 6.6 liter V8 diesel truck. It's an absolute monster. It's basically a monster truck that's road legal. And if you mod it too, it's insane. It looks like a military car, but you can buy it yourself. And you?
That sounds amazing. My personal favorite is actually the machine right behind us. This is the 1999 Jeep TJ. This is me and my dad's current build. As you can see, we got some parts sitting on it from work we were doing yesterday, and some other things you can't see on camera. This Jeep is probably my prized possession. We have a really high voltage winch. We have a 4.0 liter inline six. This is the Wrangler Sport Edition of the 99 TJs. We have it in a really nice red. And in fact, something funny about this Jeep, building it, we could never get the exact red from the start. So every single panel on this Jeep is a different shade of red. A few things that we've done to this. Number one would be the 40-inch tires on all four sides. Number two would be the reinforced bumper and reinforced panels and armor around the entire Jeep. Another thing we did was some LED headlights. We've redone the transmission. We've redone the air intake a few times. We've blown a few radiators. And we've changed the front seats as well, which you guys cannot see.
Wild. How much ground clearance does this thing have?
This thing has about, I'd like to say, 7 to 8 inches of ground clearance from the bottom of the differential.
Yeah.
This thing is amazing. I love taking it out onto off-road courses and go rock crawling all the time with my dad. This thing is also a 5-speed manual with an Atlas transmission. Atlas transmission is basically just a better transmission for the kind of rock crawling we do.
That's amazing just to have like sitting here right in front of us.
Similar to the off-road category, we are now starting with our rally category. My personal favorite for the rally category would be the Audi Quattro S1. This aggressive looking and sounding car puts out about 493 horsepower. Keep in mind, this car was built from the factory to be a rally monster. This thing is so quick, especially because of the fact it has only 2,400 pounds. That means that is a pretty fast moving car.
It's light too. See, my pick was the Porsche 959 Raid. Now, I know what you might be thinking, a Porsche for rally, but this was actually modified, and there were only 7 units ever made for the Dakar Rally. Now, this car from 1985 had 444 horsepower, had a 2.85 liter V8, and it had 0 to 60 in only 4.1 seconds. That is so quick, especially for a rally car. Moving on to might be my favorite category, the luxury cars. Now I got the Rolls-Royce Phantom. Now if you ever seen this car, you know it's a beauty inside and out. This car, even though it has a 6.7 liter V12 that pushes out 563 horsepower,
Wow.
you can hear a thing from the inside because it's insulated so that you can just chill and look up at the stars on the roof of the Rolls Royce. Now, if you've ever seen this car, you know, I don't know if I'd want to drive this car or sit in the back seat of it. That's how luxurious it is. Moving on to Tyler.
That sounds super awesome and probably super expensive.
It's 500 grand.
Oh my goodness. All right, mine's a little different than what Rithin is doing. Mine is an older luxury car from before me and Rithin were even born. In 1997, Lexus released this absolute masterpiece of a car, the LS400. This masterpiece came with a 4.0 liter V8 engine pushing about 250 horsepower. Now, with all that power, you would think it would be pretty loud inside of the car, right? It's not. The doors and the headliner are insulated. So even though outside that V8 is roaring, inside you can be snoring.
Oh.
Taking a quick popsicle break.
Moving on to our next category, we got classics. How about you start us off?
All right. My personal favorite is actually shared with my dad too. This is the 1967 Ford Mustang Fastback. This specific model was called the Eleanor and was featured on the TV show Gone in 60 Seconds. This absolute beauty has a 5.5 liter V8 engine pushing out around 500 horsepower. This thing was really quick, it was really clean, and it had some awesome looking pinstripes on the hood.
Sure was. My favorite from Back to the Future is the DeLorean DMC-12. This car had 130 horsepower and also at 130 miles per hour. But more than that, I like the doors of the car. If you ever seen it open, they don't open sideways like this, they open up. That was what make this car so cool. And just the design of it, and just that, I love that gray color, honestly. And I just love the design of that car. That's why it's my all-time favorite classic car.
Believe it or not, that car is not gray. That is the metal. DMC, making the DeLorean, did not paint the car.
Oh, I did not know that.
Now, for our next question, what is our favorite race? No, you're not talking about stupid NASCAR.
For real, you just turn around in circles for hours on end. So like, what is it, like 500 laps?
500 laps,
I could
like the
never.
Daytona 500. So boring. I
Just
feel like
in my opinion,
it'd be fun for like the start of the race, and then
so repetitive.
like, oh, there they go again. Oh, there they go again.
So which one's yours?
My personal favorite, I'm actually in between two this time. Number one is Le Mans. This race only happens every few years, and it is a 24-hour race.
That is.
So
That's long. That's a whole day.
the whole day, the teams and racers work all day and all night, racing, fixing up the car, and of course, playing the game. It's a very difficult challenge, but it also is very interesting to watch. And actually, the 2023 Le Mans, everyone else, including Ferrari, Porsche, all had these very low and aerodynamic bug-looking cars, right? But America used a NASCAR,
America.
a Chevy Camaro in a Le Mans race. And it did not even get last.
It's pretty good since it's a Camaro. See, like, Le Mans is a lot different than NASCAR. See, I would drive that for 24 hours. See, my favorite, I was actually between the Dakar Rally, which is like really intense, but I actually got to go with F1. See, these cars are just majestic. They're so nice looking. And, you know, like Francesco said, they have open wheels. See, this car, it's so like intense in how fast they go, and they're all like really aerodynamic and all. And if you see, some of the courses are like super like tight and everything, so it's not like big wide open turns and fast all the time. It's really intricate sport. You know, I would love to be an F1 driver, or at least try, or maybe even like F2 or F3. But if you've never watched F1 or Le Mans, you should definitely give it a try.
My second one was the Dakar Rally. I really do love rally. It's probably one of my favorite kinds of cars and my favorite kinds of races. Of course, it's very difficult, it's very challenging, and unlike in your game Forza Horizon 5, you cannot respawn.
And you actually take damage.
You do actually take damage.
And actually, from earlier, my favorite rally car, the 95908, actually participated in the Dakar Rally. So that's pretty cool. So moving on, the ugliest car, in our opinion. And, you know, this one's like common amongst many people. So me and Tyler actually have the same one. Tell them what it is.
The PT Cruiser.
Oh my God, that thing is ugly.
This thing is so hideous. It has a nose. The thing cones out in the front like a little spaghetti noodle, and the thing is so goddamn ugly. I don't know why.
Can't say that. You can't say that.
I'll cut that out. That thing is so ugly. I don't know why people waste their money on that. And there's no good colors. It comes in bright yellow or dark red or black.
Dark red
Like
looks so...
dark red? Really?
It's even not like this red, it's like
It's
ugly.
dark. It's like maroon.
Yes.
PT Cruiser is absolutely hideous.
It's like, looks like a Volkswagen Beetle, and then it goes into like a cone, like Tyler said. It looks like a nose. It's just, like, what was Chevy thinking?
What was Chevy thinking?
Honestly. Nah, I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Hate this.